So this is part 2, which is theoretically part 3 of my sketchbook tour for sketching every day for a year. So in the last one, this one I didn't count as part 1. It really is part 1. This is the first sketchbook I used, and it was more like a landscape format of the Pentalic traveler journal. And then this was the regular 5x7 that I was using intermittently, and I mentioned that. Actually, I think I didn't mention that in the last one. So this, I think I left off in September. So some of August was missing, and when I was going back through this, I realized that not only did I have my 100 people in March, but there were all kinds of empty pages here that I went back, and through September I was drawing in and filling all the empty pages. Here's September. So it's going to be a little out of sync. September, cactus practice. That rhymes. Cactus practice. What do you know? And then here I got, so see, here I am in August. So it's all over the place. But it was, like I said, almost every day for a year. I was really dedicated to getting this. Let me make sure that I'm on screen because last time I wasn't. Okay, so I want to be here, right there. All right. So I was really dedicated, had dedicated myself to making sure that I was getting every day. I was doing something. And I began, I got better at writing the date. So this is me. I got the new Sailor fountain pen, but it wasn't waterproof ink. So I wanted to watercolor some things, and I also just wanted to get the feel for working with a fountain pen. So here's a lot of me just through August, just playing with my fountain pen, getting used to it, using it for more expressive sketches, working on flowers, and I love a fountain pen. I can't believe I ever used anything else. I certainly will never go back to using like the little microns. You have to work too hard to get anything. But all this is non-waterproof ink, so I was playing around with that a little bit. More cactus practice. Feathers. This is adding after the fact. I added the ink because I think I still was not using waterproof ink. Shirt. Okay, and then every once in a while I'll put the pen away and take out my pencil and work on my anatomy, but that needs more. Geraniums were going crazy. That is, who the heck knows. I think she's probably a beautiful woman, and that's what I got out of that. Preliminary pufferfish. We're at the food carts. So all fountain pen, non-waterproof. Okay, so here I am. I drew this in pencil. I redid it with waterproof ink, and I'm just practicing now using the converter for the Sailor pen and the waterproof ink. And I'm going to stop talking, and I'm just going to go through this and hope that I leave enough time so I don't have to speed it up. But here I am, September. Pumpkins are out. Chinese lanterns are out. Starting to, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, that's the end of that in September. I'm glad I remembered to do that. This I've already gone through, and so I picked this up again in September. Now I know more September's interspersed in the other stuff, but I started going on my walks and then bringing home leaves, and I was picking up these beautiful leaves, and I was just coming home and sketching them, drawing. That's my mister. This was supposed to be lunch. I never finished. Rustino from La Table Marque. Crab apples. Berries. That's January. Okay, so now it's Inktober. It's October, and I did the Inktober. I have a couple of videos on that. I'm not going to do that again. I realized that it was not my challenge. This was the year that I went, did the whole thing. So that's a lot in here. I'm going to skip through it really fast, but I won't be doing Inktober again. And these are some of the Inktober challenges I actually went back and painted because I couldn't take it. Just couldn't stand not having color on them. More leaves. These tulip-shaped leaves are all over the place in Portland, and they're cool. I didn't know what they were. This I looked up to see what the name of it was. Oh my gosh, this year was just a beautiful year for leaves. I was picking them up and bringing them home, and I've got dried leaves all over the place. Huh, more leaves. Who would have thought? Huh, that's that and that. So at some point I'll paint that, so that's why that's in there. My salt and pepper shakers. I started to do the Beauty and the Beast, and this looks like December 31st. Oh, I think I painted it December 31st. This is Hilary Knight's illustrations I was copying. Out at another McMenamins, I think we saw Mary Poppins Returns movie, and then we had lunch. That's just a piece of paper with my cords. I was desperate for something that day. Christmas ornaments, and then the last day in December, and I drew this corbel. I was wishing it was Dom Perignon, but it was a corbel. And then that's it. So yeah, I got through at least 3 full sketchbooks by sketching every day, or almost every day I should say, in the year of 2018. And then this is all January. I started in January every day, and sometimes more than every day. And that's going to be my life from now on. This was the one I just did. I just opened up and did my sketch of my clothing that I'm going to take to Florida. I'm going to do some of my supplies in this on my first page. And yeah, sketching every day. I highly recommend it if you're not doing it. It's a great habit to get into. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.